Hey, welcome everybody. CP Cards and Dice, and we're streaming another 1979 Mets replay game. This is game 3 of a 3-game set against the Astros at Shea Stadium. We are in the 7th inning, top of the 7th inning, and the Astros are bringing up Jeffrey Leonard, the right fielder Alan Ashby, and the pitcher J.R. Richard. And we have a gum wrapper, a J.R. Richard gum wrapper with some psychedelic caricature of the of J.R. Richard, of the pitcher. It talks about how he set the NL mark for right-handers with 303 strikeouts for the Astros during the '78 season. And you see they got the 70s, the tricolor uniform. Now the score is 1-0 Mets. In the top of the 7th, it's Kevin Coble on the mound for the Mets. Here's Kevin Coble, got the curly hair, beard, and I don't know how far his career goes, but he started in '73 with the Brewers, and '78, '79 was with the Mets. Don't know how many more years he goes with the Mets. So that's Kevin Coble. That's what he looked like. All right, so let's get started. We're using the fast action cards, using Payoff pitch. And I'm gonna put J.R. Richard over to this side so we can have him out. He's not pitching right now, but he will be. Right now it's Kevin Coble. There you go. All right. Using a 10-inch iPad for iScore, you can get these for about $100 online. They're not new, you know, it's a few years old. And I'm using iScore, which is a free app. Now, if you want to know a little bit about where we stand in terms of the standings, I got it written down here, just wrote it down. Actual, they were 52, 71, and 1. In our replay, we're 41, 82, and 0. So we're about 10 games off the mark. And here's the pitch from Coble to Jeffrey Leonard. It's a 7. That's going to be a tough 64. Against a lefty is an out. And that's hooked to right center. Right there is Dan Norman for the out. That's one away. Alan Ashby now, the catcher. Switch hitter batting righty against the lefty Coble. That's a 9. That's going to be in play. In play 70. That's going to be an easy out. And that's going to be fly to center. Mazzilli back a few steps. Puts it away for out number 2. Now it's J.R. Richard. We will let him bat. That's a 7. That's tough. Tough 05. And that's going to be a strikeout. So curveball gets Richard. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go to the bottom of the 7th now. It's Eddie Kranepool leading it off. Now Eddie Kranepool struck out and singled. It's going to be 8 tough. Tough 42. That's going to be a line drive base hit for Kranepool. That's his second hit of the game. So Kranepool is on at first. He's a decent base runner according to Payoff pitch. He's a 7. If you look here, his run rating is a 7, which is above average. Joe Youngblood, 7. That's tough. A tough 46. Tough 46 is going to be a soft blooper into short left field. Runner on first advances 1 base. So Ed Kranepool had to hold up to make sure Cruz or Poole wouldn't get to it. And there's runners, first 2 runners get on base here in the bottom of the 7th. Ron Hodges now. Hodges is an F bunter. And that's not good for us because we definitely want to bunt here, but we don't want to hit into a double play either. So we're gonna have to battle a swing away with Ron Hodges. 7, that's tough. A tough 52. Tough 52 again. Is a line drive into center field. Runner on second. Around third is Cranepool. He's being waved home. Here's the relay, and he is safe. So it's 2-0 Mets. Cranepool scores, and Youngblood advances to second. It was cut off. Kept Youngblood at second base. All right, Dan Norman now. That's tough. Tough 44. Strikeout. Dan Norman down swinging. Fastball, high heat. High cheese gets Norman. Okay, Doug Flynn. Tough 40. And that's going to be a sharp liner into center field. Runner on second advances, question mark. So this is going to be fun. We're going to have a play at the plate. Play at the plate. Terry Poole's arm is not too shabby. He's a 6. And I think Youngblood runs at a 7. Youngblood runs at a 7. So we're looking for 6 or less to be safe. 6 or 7, we're going to look at a chart, and anything above an 8 or above is going to be an out. I'm going to pull a card and look at the upper left-hand corner of the fast action cards to see what happens. So it's a line drive single to center, and they're waving Youngblood home with 1 out. That's an 8, and he's going to throw to the plate is on time, and they get Youngblood. So it's going to be a single. And then what happens to the Youngblood? Youngblood is going to be out at home, tagged out, and it's 8, 6, 2. Beautiful relay by the shortstop Reynolds. And 7s are going to advance. So what happens to Hodges? Hodges is not going to get a chance to advance, so he's going to hold. So he holds up. So there's 2 outs now, and it's Flynn and Hodges first and second, and it's the pitcher Coble. So I'm looking at the Mets schedule to see if who the pinch. Actually, Allen was in this game, so we are going to pinch hit for Coble. Going to pinch hit for Coble. I want to see who came in this game to pinch hit. Actually, it was Hebner. Hebner's going to come. He's going to hit for Coble. Let's do that. Richie Hebner right here. And here's the pitch from J.R. Richard. That's a 9. That's going to be Patient. A Patient 63. And that's going to be a ball blooped into right field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores. 3-0. Mets. RBI single, 2 out pinch hit RBI single by Richie Hebner. And J.R. Richard now, his fatigue starts at 9, so he's still good. It's only the 7th. He's given up 2 runs here with 2 outs. Next batter is Frankie Taveras. Oh, yep. Frankie Taveras, and then we're going to get a new pitcher for the Mets. It's going to be Neil Allen. He's going to try to finish it up. And let's see if we, oh, that's not what I want to do. Let's see if we have Neil Allen, see what he looked like. I don't know if I have him in my card set. Now this card set, I had to buy the following year's card set because he told, the guy I bought it from told me, oh yeah, 79, you buy 1980 and you get the 79 players. I guess that's how they did it. But there's Neil Allen. Neil Allen in '79 was 99 innings pitched, 50 games, 8 wins, 10 losses, with a 3.55 ERA. So he's going to come in for the Mets when it's that time. But J.R. Richards on the mound right now. All right. So let me set it up for you. There's 2 outs. Runners on first and third. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Mets are up 3-0. And we're using the fast action cards here. Frankie Taveras, the batter. 7, that's tough. A tough 0-1. That's a strikeout. High heat gets Frank Taveras. And that retires the side, but not before the Mets pick up 2 big runs. And they lead at 3-0. Neil Allen is going to come in. He's going to face the leadoff batter, Julio Gonzalez, here in the top of the 8th in Shea Stadium. Let's pull a card. It's a 9. That's in play. In play 76. It's going to be a fly ball. Right center field. Mazzilli scoots over. Makes the catch. 6, tough. A tough 12. That's going to be a strikeout. Reynolds down looking. And Terry Poole now with 2 outs. 9 in play. 88. In play 88. That's going to be a ground ball. Chopped to second. Flynn up with it. Over to Crane Poole, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. J.R. Richards still in there. Richard had almost 20 complete games out of 40 starts. John Stearns, he's 1 for 3 on the day. That's a 10. That's in play 41. In play 41. That's going to be outrange. That's going to be a grounder to first baseman Cedeno. He takes it himself. 1 down. That's tough. 49. That's going to be a line drive base hit from Mazzilli. And Leonard in right field plays it on a hop. Mazzilli's always a threat to steal. Let's see. 5 or less he goes, and it's a 6, so he does not get the jump. Eddie Cranepoole's 2 for 3. 7. That's tough. A tough 17. That's a strikeout. Cranepool goes after the cheese. Swings through it. 2 out. Mazzilli on at first. Joel Youngblood, he's 1 for 3. Flat out, singled. 8. That's tough. 95. That's a fly ball. Shallow left field. Running in comes Cruz. Makes the catch. And that retires the side. All right, we go to the top of the 9th inning. See if the Mets can hold on. They usually don't. All right, Cesar Cedeno is going to lead it off. Cedeno versus righties batted 262. Batted 262 versus righties and versus lefties, so very consistent. But he had a little bit more power. 5 home runs versus righties. Here's the pitch from Allen. That's a 4. That's patient. Patient 56. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Cedeno is plunked. And he's on at first. And that brings a tying run on deck. That puts a tying run on deck. Jose Cruz, lefty. 8. Patient. Patient 16. That's going to be a base on balls. Now the time runs at the plate. Pitch from Allen, that's a 7. Tough 76. A tough 76. It's going to be a fly ball center field. In comes Mazzilli. Makes the catch. Throws it in. Jeffrey Leonard. 10. In play. 94. In play 94. It's a fly ball shallow left. Running in is Youngblood. Makes the catch. 2 away. The Astros down to their last out. It's going to be Alan Ashby, switch hitting catcher. And you know what? We're going to get a pinch hitter. It's going to be Art Howe. Art Howe is going to pinch hit for Alan Ashby. Score is 3-0 Mets in the top of the 9th inning. The Mets are 1 out away. It's Neil Allen on the mound trying to get the save for the Metropolitans. The tying run is at the plate in the form of Art Howe. Howe versus righties hit 4 home runs in 232 at-bats. He has some power. Want to avoid that 12. That's a 7. That's tough. A tough 22, and that's a strikeout. Game is over. Neil Allen strikes out pinch hitter Art Howe to end the ball game. And the Mets pull one out. They beat the Astros 3-0. And the line score is Astros 0 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 8 left on base. The Mets had 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base. Let's do the win. The win for the Mets is going to go to Kevin Coble. And a save, well, the loss is going to go to J.R. Richard. And a save is going to go to Neil Allen. Neil Allen's going to get the save. Let's go back to check out the oh wait, Richie Hebner. All right, Richie Hebner pinch hit. Yeah, that's the thing I got. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Got to go back to where Richie Hebner pinch hit for the Mets. So Richie Hebner comes in there to pinch hit. So then after that, it's going to be edit home team. Got to put in. I never wrote in. I used this card, but I never wrote in Neil Allen. There it is. Done. And now we can go back and we can see Neil Allen in there to kind of give him a save. There he is. He gets a save. And that's the ball game. Mets win it by score 3-0. Thanks for hanging in there. Pretty decent ball game till the end. And this is CP, Cards and Dice, saying hasta la vista, baby.